without. I was just about getting into the bath.
Vesper.
The 1967 film Casino Royale is a unique take on the James Bond franchise, positioning itself as a spoof. Peter Sellers, one of the main actors, played James Bond and took the role very seriously, which led to conflicts with his co-stars. Interestingly, Sellers recommended Orson Welles to play the villain Lucifer, but they ended up feuding during the production. This film is known for its troubled production, which was marked by disagreements and conflicts between the cast members. Jacqueline Bisset, the accomplished actress, played the role of Miss Goodthighs in the 1967 film Casino Royale. However, her experience on set was not without its challenges. She suffered an accident that nearly cost her eyesight, caused by her co-star Peter Sellers. It is important to note that Casino Royale was not a legitimate James Bond film, but rather a parody, which often led to confusion among the actors who thought they were working on an official entry in the franchise. Despite this, Bisset's performance in the film remains noteworthy, showcasing her versatility and talent as an actress.
Suppose I were to travel.
In the 1960s, the official James Bond film producers, Harry Saltzman and Albert R. Broccoli, did not possess the rights to Casino Royale, a popular novel in Ian Fleming's James Bond series. Despite this, in 1967, a film adaptation of Casino Royale was released, but it was not associated with the official Eon Productions James Bond franchise. The reason for this detachment was that the film rights to Casino Royale had been sold before Fleming started his successful collaboration with Saltzman and Broccoli. Columbia Pictures acquired the rights and decided to create a comedy film to capitalize on the popularity of the James Bond character. The 1967 version of Casino Royale featured a star-studded cast, including Peter Sellers, David Niven, Ursula Andress, and Orson Welles. The film was directed by 5 different directors, which contributed to its disjointed and chaotic narrative. The comedy approach was a far cry from the serious and action-packed style of the official James Bond films. The release of the 1967 Casino Royale did not impact the official James Bond franchise, which continued to produce successful films under the guidance of Saltzman and Broccoli. However, the film remains a curiosity in the James Bond canon, often regarded as a misfire due to its comedic tone and lack of connection to the official series. It wasn't until around the new millennium that the official James Bond film producers acquired the rights to Casino Royale. In 2006, the novel was finally adapted as a serious and gritty film directed by Martin Campbell and starring Daniel Craig as James Bond. This version of Casino Royale was a critical and commercial success, launching a new era for the James Bond franchise.
Now, are there any questions?
Well, I have got one question.
Yes.
How do I get to Berlin?
In the production of the 1967 film Casino Royale, many cast members were not aware that the movie was a comedy until late in the filming process. One of these actors was Jacqueline Bisset, who only realized that the film was a parody after she had already signed on to the project. This realization was disappointing for Bisset, as she had expected to be in a more serious and dramatic film. Adding to the production issues, actor Peter Sellers, who played the character Evelyn Tremble in the film, played a prank on Bisset during the filming of a scene. Without informing Bisset beforehand, Sellers fired a blank gun at her during a scene, causing severe burns to her face. This incident caused further delays and difficulties in the production of the film. Despite these challenges, Casino Royale was eventually released in 1967 and has since become a cult classic. However, the production issues and Sellers' prank on Bisset serve as a reminder of the difficulties and unpredictability that can arise during the making of a film.
Divisions of infantry and 5 brigades of cavalry, and, well, frankly, she had much less equipment.
Jacqueline Bisset, a rising star in 1967, suffered an injury while filming Casino Royale, a worrying incident as she feared she might lose her sight. Fortunately, she recovered enough to continue with the production. Post-incident, Bisset's career flourished with notable roles in films like The Detective alongside Frank Sinatra and The Iconic Bullet with Steve McQueen. On the other hand, the relationship between Peter Sellers and Orson Welles, two esteemed actors in Casino Royale, deteriorated during filming. Their feud led to the unusual situation where stand-ins were required for their scenes together. The tension between them was palpable and affected the overall production, leaving a mark on the film's behind-the-scenes history.
I thought that was supposed to be our racket.
You might be a double agent.
What would you do if I was?
Peter Sellers, a well-known actor, had a grudge against his Casino Royale co-star, Orson Welles. The root of their conflict was Princess Margaret's visit to the film set. Princess Margaret, who was a member of the British royal family, showed a preference for Orson Welles' company over Peter Sellers. This snub upset Sellers, who decided to never speak to or work with Welles again after the incident. Additionally, Peter Sellers resented Orson Welles for wanting his character to perform magic tricks in the film. Sellers believed that his character, Evelyn Tremble, should not be associated with such acts. This disagreement further strained their relationship and contributed to the tense atmosphere on set. Overall, the Princess Margaret incident and the magic tricks issue caused a rift between Peter Sellers and Orson Welles that lasted beyond the production of Casino Royale. Peter Sellers, a renowned actor, was reportedly difficult to work with during the production of the 1967 film Casino Royale. This behavior may have been due to Sellers being misled about the film's nature, believing it to be a more serious and dramatic project than it was. This misunderstanding led to tension on set and production challenges. There were also rumors that Peter Sellers was fired before the film's production ended. This led to the use of a stand-in to complete some of his scenes. Despite these issues, the film was a major success at the box office, earning $40 million on a relatively small budget of $6 million. The production challenges and rumored firing of Peter Sellers did not deter audiences from flocking to see Casino Royale in theaters. The film's financial success is a testament to the enduring appeal of the James Bond franchise and the star power of its cast, even in the face of behind-the-scenes difficulties. The James Bond franchise, based on the character created by author Ian Fleming, is known for its action-packed films featuring the British secret agent. In 1967, the film Casino Royale was released, but it was not the proper adaptation that fans were hoping for. The rights to the novel had been sold to producer Charles K. Feldman, who decided to make a spoof of the spy genre instead of a serious adaptation. The film was a critical and commercial failure. However, for actress Jacqueline Bisset, the film remains unforgettable for all the wrong reasons. During the filming of a scene, Bisset was involved in an on-set accident that left her with a traumatic experience. While the details of the accident are not widely known, it had a significant impact on Bisset and is something that she has not forgotten. Later on, the rights to Casino Royale were bought by Eon Productions, the company behind the majority of the James Bond films, for $10 million. They finally made a proper adaptation of the novel in 2006, with Daniel Craig playing the role of James Bond. This version of Casino Royale was a critical and commercial success, and it is considered to be one of the best films in the franchise. In conclusion, while the 1967 version of Casino Royale may not be remembered fondly by fans of the James Bond franchise, it is a significant film in the history of the series. And for Jacqueline Bisset, it is a reminder of a traumatic experience that she had while making the film.
And it's specific.
Our instructions are when we are sitting.
The 1967 film Casino Royale is often remembered as a chaotic and bewildering cinematic experiment rather than a traditional James Bond thriller. Originally, the rights to Ian Fleming's first Bond novel were acquired by Columbia, who initially planned to adapt it as a straightforward drama with Sean Connery. However, Connery declined the role, prompting producer Charles Feldman to transform the project into a spoof. This decision led to the casting of David Niven as Sir James Bond and Peter Sellers as Evelyn Tremble, with Orson Welles playing the villain Lucifer. The production of Casino Royale was notoriously troubled. Filming was prolonged and chaotic, marked by Peter Sellers' difficult behavior. Sellers clashed with Welles and demanded numerous script changes, which contributed to an already disorganized production environment. His departure from the set before completing his scenes left the film with vast amounts of disjointed footage, which necessitated a creative approach to salvage the project. The narrative was thus turned into a series of loosely connected segments handled by different directors, purportedly to give the film a unique comedic flair. Despite its troubled production, Casino Royale is filled with flamboyant set pieces and bizarre sequences, ranging from surreal dance numbers to flying saucers. The film's disjointed narrative makes it hard to follow a coherent plot, instead offering a spectacle of opulent and often nonsensical scenes. David Niven shines as Sir James Bond, bringing a level of dignity amidst the chaos, while Woody Allen provides some humor as little Jimmy Bond Dr. Noah. Other notable appearances include Ursula Andress as a perplexing Vesper Lind, and cameos by stars like William Holden, Jacqueline Bisset, George Raft, and Peter O'Toole. For those who enjoy a film that embodies the excesses of its time, Casino Royale can be a fascinating watch, though it may be challenging for those seeking a straightforward narrative. The film remains a curious piece of cinema history, a testament to the era's experimental spirit in filmmaking, and is often viewed as an entertaining if bewildering spectacle of 1960s cinema. The DVD release is recommended for a better viewing experience, providing the film in widescreen and including a rare 1954 American television movie version of the story, offering a stark contrast to the 1967 version's lavish production. The casting process for the 1967 movie Casino Royale was a fascinating endeavor involving various auditions and chemistry tests to ensure the right blend of talent and compatibility. The producers aimed to create an exciting and humorous spy film, and the cast was critical to achieving this goal. Peter Sellers, a renowned comedian, was one of the first actors to be cast as Evelyn Trimble, a character specifically written for him. Sellers brought his unique comedic style to the role, which was pivotal in shaping the film's tone. David Niven, an accomplished actor with a distinguished career, was chosen to play Sir James Bond. Niven's sophisticated charm and wit made him an ideal fit for the role, despite the unconventional take on the character. Ursula Andress, who had already made a splash as Honey Rider and Dr. No, was cast as Vesper Lind. Her glamorous presence and proven acting ability made her a natural choice for the part. Woody Allen, an up-and-coming comedian and filmmaker, was cast as Jimmy Bond, Sir James Bond's nephew. Allen's comedic talents and on-screen presence added another layer of humor to the film. Orson Welles, a legendary filmmaker and actor, joined the cast as Lucifer. His imposing figure and commanding screen presence made him a formidable villain. The casting of these key actors was instrumental in creating the unique and entertaining experience that is Casino Royale. Each actor brought their distinct talents and personalities to the film, contributing to its enduring appeal and status as a cult classic. In 1967, Casino Royale, a unique James Bond film, was directed by a team of directors including John Huston, Ken Hughes, Joseph McGrath, and Robert Parrish. The idea of having multiple directors was to bring different perspectives and styles to the table, creating a distinctive and eclectic film. The directors drew inspiration from the original novel by Ian Fleming, as well as the burgeoning counterculture movement of the 1960s. This is evident in the film's psychedelic visuals, self-referential humor, and unconventional narrative structure. The directors aimed to create a James Bond film that was unlike any other, and they certainly achieved this goal. Each director brought their own unique style to the film. John Huston, an experienced director known for his work on films like The Maltese Falcon, contributed his expertise in storytelling and character development. Ken Hughes, who had previously directed the successful Bond film Octopussy, brought a sense of adventure and spectacle. Joseph McGrath, known for his work in comedy, infused the film with humor and wit, while Robert Parrish, a seasoned director with a background in film noir, added a touch of darkness and intrigue. The directors collaborated closely with the cast and crew, fostering a creative and cooperative environment. They worked with the actors to develop their characters, encouraging them to bring their own ideas and interpretations to the table. The result was a film that was not only visually striking, but also featured strong performances from its talented cast. In conclusion, the directorial vision behind Casino Royale was one of innovation, collaboration, and creativity. By bringing together a team of directors with diverse backgrounds and styles, the film was able to offer a fresh and unique take on the James Bond franchise. The director's approach to storytelling, their willingness to experiment with visuals and narrative, and their close collaboration with the cast and crew all contributed to the film's enduring appeal and success.
Oh, because you need me.
Well, it really was very difficult. You see, at that time, my career was at its height.
Well, it was a traumatic experience.
The 1967 film Casino Royale, a unique blend of comedy and spy genres, was a complex production with several logistical challenges. The set design was a major aspect of the production, with the film's art directors creating an eclectic mix of styles to reflect the film's humorous tone. The main set, Casino Royale, was designed as a grand, opulent establishment, filled with ornate details and lavish furnishings. The film's numerous other sets, ranging from a high-tech control room to a psychedelic nightclub, were equally elaborate and reflected the film's playful, tongue-in-cheek approach to the spy genre. The film was shot in various locations, including the UK, France, and Italy. The production team faced several challenges in coordinating the logistics of filming in these multiple locations. One of the most significant challenges was transporting the large cast and crew, as well as the necessary equipment, between the different shooting sites. Despite these challenges, the production team was able to successfully capture the film's unique blend of humor, action, and style in these diverse locations. In terms of innovative techniques, the film employed the use of the recently developed blooper reel concept, where outtakes and mistakes from the filming were included in the credits. This was a novel approach at the time and added to the film's lighthearted, self-deprecating tone. Additionally, the film's use of vibrant colors and psychedelic imagery was innovative for the time and helped to create the film's distinctive, whimsical aesthetic. Overall, the production of Casino Royale was a challenging but rewarding endeavor, resulting in a film that continues to be enjoyed by audiences today for its unique blend of comedy, action, and style. The 1967 film Casino Royale featured a unique and memorable score, which was a collaborative effort by multiple composers and musicians. Burt Bacharach, known for his pop hits, composed the film's music, while Herb Alpert and his Tijuana Brass contributed to the soundtrack. The score is a blend of big band, jazz, and orchestral music, reflecting the film's eclectic and humorous tone. The main title song, Casino Royale, performed by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, sets the stage for the film's playful and upbeat atmosphere. The use of horns and percussion creates a lively and energetic sound that mirrors the film's spy-themed antics. Bacharach's score complements the narrative and emotional tone of the film through its use of various musical styles. For instance, the love theme, The Look of Love, is a sultry and romantic ballad that underscores the characters' relationships. The use of strings and a soft vocal performance creates a sense of intimacy and longing. In contrast, the action sequences are accompanied by fast-paced big band music with rapid tempos and energetic horns that match the on-screen chaos. The score's versatility is a testament to Bacharach's ability to adapt to the film's changing mood and themes. The creation of the score involved a significant amount of collaboration between Bacharach and the film's producers, including Charles K. Feldman. Bacharach was brought on early in the production process, allowing him to craft music that closely aligned with the film's vision. Musicians such as Hal Blaine, Carol Kay, and the Wrecking Crew contributed to the score's recording, bringing Bacharach's compositions to life. The result is a score that not only complements the film's narrative and emotional tone, but also stands on its own as a memorable and engaging piece of music. In summary, the score and soundtrack for Casino Royale are a testament to the power of collaboration and the ability of music to elevate and enhance a film's storytelling. The blend of musical styles and the contributions of talented composers and musicians create a score that is both memorable and complementary to the film's unique tone and themes.
Shall we continue?
One of the most iconic scenes in the 1967 movie Casino Royale is the surreal climax where our protagonist, Sir James Bond, played by David Niven, confronts the villain, Lucifer, in a high-stakes game of Baccarat. The scene is set in a grand hall with lavish decorations, and the tension between the two characters is palpable. Director John Huston masterfully builds up the suspense, using close-up shots of the characters' faces, their expressions, and their hands as they place their bets. The camera work is precise and deliberate, with a slow and steady pace that mirrors the tension in the room. The use of lighting and shadows adds to the dramatic effect, casting long, ominous shadows on the walls and ceiling. David Niven's performance as Sir James Bond is exceptional. He exudes a calm and confident demeanor, even in the face of danger. His delivery is measured and deliberate, and he has a certain charm and charisma that makes him a believable and likable hero. The impact of this scene on the audience is significant. It is a thrilling and exciting climax that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. The tension between the two characters is palpable, and the stakes are high. The use of close-up shots and lighting creates a sense of intimacy and urgency, making the scene all the more intense. According to Huston, the Baccarat game was always meant to be the climax of the film. It's a classic scene, and it's all about the tension between the two characters. We wanted to create a sense of danger and excitement, and I think we succeeded. Niven also commented on the scene, saying it was a challenging scene to shoot, but I think it's one of the best in the film. The tension between the two characters is palpable, and the stakes are high. It's a classic scene, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Overall, the Baccarat scene in Casino Royale is a masterclass in filmmaking. The direction, performance, and cinematography all come together to create a thrilling and exciting climax that leaves a lasting impact on the audience.
Excellence in war. A world where all men are created equal. Where a man, no matter
The 1967 movie Casino Royale, with its unique blend of comedy, action, and espionage, made a significant cultural and social impact. The film, being one of the earliest adaptations of Ian Fleming's renowned character James Bond, resonated with audiences worldwide. Its innovative take on the spy genre, filled with humor and wit, set it apart from the more serious Bond films that followed. Casino Royale influenced pop culture in various ways. Its exaggerated portrayal of spy gadgets and techniques, such as the iconic scene with Bond's car turning into a submarine, inspired numerous parodies and homages in later films and television shows. The film's distinctive style, featuring vibrant colors, psychedelic graphics, and a star-studded cast, also left a lasting impression on 1960s cinema. Moreover, Casino Royale contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. The film, set in a high-stakes gambling world, subtly addressed issues of wealth, power, and corruption. It also showcased strong female characters, challenging gender norms of the time, and featured a diverse international cast, reflecting the increasingly interconnected world. In essence, the 1967 Casino Royale not only entertained audiences, but also sparked conversations and influenced popular culture, leaving a lasting impact on the spy genre and beyond.
Well, there's nothing unusual in that.
The 1967 film Casino Royale, a comedic take on Ian Fleming's novel, received mixed reviews from critics and audiences. Some praised its star-studded cast, including David Niven, Peter Sellers, and Ursula Andress, while others found its humor and fragmented narrative confusing. The New York Times critic Bosley Crowther criticized the film's disconnected and disorderly plot, stating that the picture is a mess. However, he did commend Peter Sellers' performance, noting that he does get off some funny cracks. On the other hand, Variety magazine gave a more positive review, highlighting the film's sheer entertainment value and lavish production design. They also praised the cast performances, stating that David Niven is excellent as the retired Sir James Bond. Despite the mixed reviews, Casino Royale was a box office success, grossing over $41 million worldwide. It also received an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song for The Look of Love, performed by Dusty Springfield. The film's nomination and success at the box office demonstrate its cultural impact and the talent involved in its production. The accolades serve as a testament to the film's entertainment value and the enduring appeal of the James Bond franchise. The film's cast and crew, including producers Charles K. Feldman and Gregory Radoff, as well as the many actors and production staff, can take pride in their contributions to this unique and memorable film. The making of the 1967 film Casino Royale was filled with chaos and comedy, creating a unique production experience for the cast and crew. Peter Sellers, known for his comedic genius, played 3 different roles, often causing confusion on set. He even had a private trailer with his own personal entourage, including a mass-used and tarot card reader. Val Guest, one of the directors, recalled an incident where Sellers impersonated Orson Welles over the phone to avoid attending a script conference. The real Orson Welles was also in the film, playing a lecherous Leo Stalin, which added to the amusement and confusion. Another memorable character was Mata Hari, played by Joanna Patet. Her costume department struggled to create a dress that could inflate and deflate using an air pump. After numerous attempts, they finally succeeded, but Patet had difficulty walking in it, leading to some comical scenes. The film's budget skyrocketed due to the extravagant sets, numerous directors, and stars' demands. One set, designed as a lavish ballroom, was so large that it had to be built in a disused aircraft hangar. Despite the challenges, the cast and crew managed to create a unique and entertaining film that has become a cult classic.
Do you get many complaints from the neighbors?
The 1967 movie Casino Royale, with its unique blend of comedy, action, and espionage, has left a significant mark on film history. As the first official film adaptation of Ian Fleming's James Bond novel, it paved the way for the long-running and influential Bond film series. While not part of the main Eon Productions franchise, Casino Royale offered a different take on the James Bond character, with David Niven playing a more traditional and suave version of the secret agent. This interpretation contrasted with the more physical and rugged portrayals that would follow in later films. Casino Royale's innovative approach to the Bond franchise can be seen in its unconventional narrative structure, featuring multiple Bonds and a tongue-in-cheek tone. This experimentation demonstrated the potential for the series to evolve and adapt, inspiring future filmmakers to push boundaries within the genre. The film's visual style, characterized by its psychedelic sets and vibrant colors, also left a lasting impact. Production designer John Box's work on Casino Royale showcased a bold and imaginative approach to set design, which would go on to influence other filmmakers in the years to come. Moreover, Casino Royale's eclectic soundtrack, composed by Burt Bacharach, featured unconventional choices like the use of a full orchestra and the incorporation of pop elements. This musical diversity set a precedent for future Bond films to explore various musical styles and genres. In addition to its influence on the Bond franchise, Casino Royale has inspired numerous parodies and homages in other film and television shows. Its unique blend of humor, action, and style has made it a touchstone for filmmakers looking to put their own spin on the spy genre. In conclusion, the 1967 movie Casino Royale has significantly shaped film history, particularly the James Bond franchise, with its innovative narrative structure, visual style, and musical choices. Its enduring influence can be seen in the many parodies and homages it has inspired, as well as in the evolution of the Bond films themselves.
It's for somebody else. Now what happens?
First we go to the casino director.
If you have memories and experiences related to the 1967 movie Casino Royale, please share them with us. This film, with its unique blend of comedy, action, and espionage, has left a lasting impression on many cinemagoers. It's fascinating to learn how different people connect with the same film in diverse ways. Perhaps you were captivated by the film's innovative take on the James Bond franchise, or maybe you found the star-studded cast performances particularly memorable. Whatever your connection with Casino Royale, we'd love to hear about it. Your stories and perspectives can enrich our cinematic explorations. So, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe for more discussions on classic films that have stood the test of time. Let's keep the conversation going and celebrate the magic of cinema together.